Hey y'all, this is Carly, and I am here today with another Wax Diaries or another episode of my warm reviews. So, I am actually sick right now. I caught a cold last weekend, and this is Thursday of this week, so I'm just starting to be able to smell again a little bit, so this will be a true just warm review, what I remember about melting these, because I really can't smell that well, so I'm not going to be able to like refresh my memory by smelling any of these, and if my voice sounds a little bit different, that is why, and I do apologize, but I haven't been able to film any haul videos this week, since I haven't been able to smell any of the wax that's come in, so I thought that I could at least try to do a warm review since my box was getting kind of full, and it's just based on my memory of melting these things anyways. So I've really been enjoying making these, and several of you have said that you enjoy watching them, so I do intend to continue to make them. It's, as I've mentioned before, a really great recap for me as far as remembering which scents I liked and didn't like, and I think that hopefully it's helpful to y'all to know kind of how things perform on warm. So I am actually going to move the box out of the way this time, and then I'll kind of just bring things into the frame as I talk about them and try it that way. A couple of people do it like that so that y'all aren't like staring into a box the whole time, so we'll see if that's a little bit better, and I will just go ahead and get started. Nobody has said anything about the way that I do these, so I'm just going to keep like randomly pulling things out of the box for now, but again, if y'all would ever like to see it a different way, feel free to let me know down below. So the first one that I have here is Snow White's Curse, and you can see the scent description there. This is from Vintage Chic Scents, poured in July, so this is about mid-April, poured in January. So this has cured right at exactly 3 months. I think when I melted it, I let all my VCS cure for at least 3 months before I melt it, or at least that's what I try to do. I may stop waiting quite as long because I'm getting some scents right now that I definitely want to melt over the summer, and I don't want to make myself not melt it at all just because I'm waiting for kind of that arbitrary 3-month mark, because I've heard people say that certain scents do fine before that. So we'll see. But anyways, Snow White's Curse, this one I melted in my office at my fiance's house, and we were in there actually addressing our wedding invitations, and this one was really, really nice. It's a really sweet candy scent. I really got that bubblegum quite a bit from this one, so it wasn't my absolute favorite because of that, but it's a really sweet, actually a little bit tart candy scent, and my fiance especially loved it because he loves bubblegum. So that is that one. The next one that I have is Johanna, and again, there's the scent description, and this one had cured for closer to 5 or 6 months, it looks like. This one was really nice. It wasn't super strong when it was warmed up. I would say it was probably about a medium throw in the bedroom, and it was nice. It really wasn't a standout scent for me, and the next morning, it actually smelled really bad to me. Like, it smelled nice while it was melting at night, and normally the next morning, I just can't really smell my nighttime melt anymore, but I could still smell this. It just smelled really bad to me for some reason. And I think it's that shaving cream maybe turned really powdery or something after it had been melting too long, because I've kind of had that experience with other shaving cream blends, so I'm not sure exactly what it was, but this is one that I would definitely recommend maybe turning it off after a few hours, or as soon as it starts to smell kind of funky, or as soon as you start being able to not smell it, just turning it off so that it doesn't get that really powdery kind of weird note after too long. The next one I have Middle Earth from Super Tarts. Again, I melted a piece of this the first day that I realized I was sick because I had a really bad headache that day, but I didn't realize how much I truly could not smell anymore because I was sick. So I did melt a piece of this. I could not really smell it at all. I mean, if I sniffed right above the warmer, I could smell it a tiny bit, but not because of the throw at all, but just because I was sick and wasn't able to smell it at all. So unfortunately, didn't really get a good use out of this one, which was completely my own fault, but you saw in my last warm review that I love that scent, so I love that one. It has great throw. It was just because I was sick that I couldn't smell it. This next one is Sweet Little Thing from Moonbeam's Wax Melts. I have no idea what the scent description is on this one. I should have put it on there, but I think I got this before I started labeling my wax. I melted one piece in my living room, the same size as this one. I don't really remember that much. I think it was a little bit of a bakery scent, but it definitely wasn't very strong at all. I had to like go up to the warmer if I wanted to smell it at all, so... And that one I got in like December, I think, so it definitely should have been cured by now. This one is a free sample from Sweet Wagon Scents. This one is in Farrah and Anna, and it came in this little thing, which is why I have it in there. You can kind of see the scent description right there. This one was really nice. This was just a really light, sweet bakery scent. I think I melted this one in the living room too, which, again, several of these I probably should have tried to melt in the bedroom because they were lighter scents to begin with instead of melting them in the living room, but... Y'all know that things that I'm not super excited to melt, I just go ahead and melt in the living room, so I think that was the case with those. This next one is a sample in Peppermint Meringue from Candles from the Keeping Room. This was a really big, like, sort of star-shaped snowflake thing, and I just cut off maybe, like, a third of it because it's pretty thick. So that was a good amount, and I melted this last night, so during the time when I've been sick, and I could actually smell this. It was pretty light to my nose because I'm sick, but I could smell it. Just like a really kind of a sweet peppermint. It wasn't too nose clearing, but it did give just a little bit of that tingly feeling, a little bit of like a clue feeling, I guess, that's nice when you're sick. So that one was good. I really enjoyed that one. This next one is Wicked Witch from Super Tarts. This is from the new Oz collection. This one was really nice. I just melted 1 cube of this, I believe, in my bedroom, and this was a really nice, really strong, fresh spa type scent, so I enjoyed that one. I think I melted that one when it was raining one day, so that was really nice. This one is Some Like It Hot from Vintage Chic Scents. This was amazing. This was such a creamy, tropical, fruity scent. I really, really enjoyed this one. I would say this had like I wouldn't say strong, but I would say medium-high throw. This had a really, really nice throw in my bedroom. It lasted for, I mean, I think I had it on for like 3 or 4 hours before I left for the day and turned it off. So it did really well for at least that long, and it was a super, super nice scent. So I wasn't obsessed with this one on cold, but this is really good on warm. So if you like that type of scent, I would definitely recommend this one. Next, I have Pomegranate Chicks Dig It Blonde Moment from Rose Girls. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, Blonde Moment is kind of that typical fizzy, you know, I can't remember exactly what's in it, but most people have smelled Blonde Moment. Chicks Dig It, I think, is some other type of fizzy scent, but this was really nice. I'm not the hugest fan of pomegranate, I would say, so I wasn't sure if I was going to like this one, but it performed really well. It was, I would say, again, high medium. It was fizzy. It was a little bit tart. This one was really nice. I enjoyed this one a lot more than I thought I would. That one kind of surprised me. This one is Russian Dance from Sweet Wagon Scents. I'm actually melting the last half of this scent shot right now, and again, I am starting to be able to smell a little bit more and starting to get over this cold, but I can smell it. It's pretty light to my nose since I'm sick, but it is a really just kind of sweet, marshmallowy peppermint scent. So that one is nice. This next one is Once Upon a Time from Super Tarts from the Once Upon a Time collection. This one was so good. That serendipity, and then just a really sweet, like creamy type bakery scent. Not too bakery. It's more of just like a creamy sweet note with that serendipity. This one was really nice, and I've heard several people say that they thought that this smelled plasticky or like Play-Doh-y or something, and on cold I could kind of see that. I was a little bit afraid that it might go in that direction, but when I warmed it, it wasn't like that at all to me. So I thoroughly enjoyed this one, and it was stronger than I expected because it was a little bit lighter on cold, but it had a pretty good throw when I melted it. This one is White Witch from L3 Waxy Wonders, and you can see this is from December. I melted a fourth of one of these big chunks that they do a couple days ago. again, during the time when I was sick. This really has a very toothpastey smell to me on cold, so it's not something that I'd ever really reached for, but it is really strong, so I thought that this would be a nice kind of sick melt and something that I might actually be able to smell, and it was. It was actually really nice, and I could smell like a really creamy peppermint. It was still a little bit toothpastey as it was melting, but it was really creamed out a lot more by that whipped cream on warm. And I guess Winter Fresh is like a toothpaste or a gum or something, so I think that totally makes sense why it smells like that. But this one was good, very strong. This is Come On Get Happy from Vintage Chic Scents. This one was really nice. This was a really light, sweet bakery with strawberry. I didn't really specifically get a cream cheese note, but this was a really nice sort of cake and strawberry scent. I remember that it didn't last all too long. I think maybe like 2 or 3 hours, and then I couldn't smell it that much anymore, but I would rather things perform well for a couple of hours and then not be able to smell them anymore to them being really light for a long time, I guess, is what I would prefer, because I change out my wax pretty frequently anyways. So that one was good. All of her strawberry blends do pretty well for me. This is Razzle Dazzle from Razzle Dazzle Wax. I don't have the scent notes, but it's blue raspberry and fizzy, maybe something like that. I love this scent. When you smell it in the bag, it's really, really good, but melted, it just doesn't have a very strong throw, and you can see now it's cured like forever. I mean, it's been at least 6 months since I got this at this point, and I melted 2 or 3 of these shapes, I think, in my living room. I could smell it a little bit, but it's that type of scent where you would expect it to kind of be like smack you in the face strong, and it's just not. So I do love the scent, and I'll probably try to melt it maybe in a bathroom. I don't usually melt in my bathroom, but I might try to do that just to capture more of the scent. So we'll see with that one. This next one is Mouse Ears from Super Tarts. This is a favorite for many people. I really, really like this one. I melted a piece of it not too long after I got it, and it wasn't super strong. I was a little bit surprised that it wasn't super strong. I would say it was about a medium throw in my bedroom. So it was a really nice, really tart lemonade scent. I am one of the people who thinks that this smells almost a little bit fizzy. Brandy has said there is no fizzy note in this one, so I don't really know why I'm picking that up. I guess maybe it's so tart that it just seems a little bit fizzy, but I was just surprised that it wasn't as strong as I expected. But then again, I hadn't had this for very long, and people say that Super Tarts doesn't really need a cure time. I usually let it cure for at least a month anyways, and I did not do that with this one, so I'll definitely melt it again, and it will probably do better then. Probably just needed a little bit longer. This next one is a Blackberry Pie. This was a sample from Jamie Ann's Wax Creations. I believe that's what her shop is called. And I melted this in my living room. This is just like a 1 ounce scent shot. Again, it hadn't cured for very long, so it wasn't super strong, but it was a really nice, just sweet blackberry pie scent. I mean, just like it sounds. It was on when my fiance got here one day, and he said it smelled really good. So that is enough for me. This was a sample from the Scented Squirrel. This is in Sparkling Champagne, Peach, and Mango. I do not remember this one at all, unfortunately, so I just don't remember that one, good or bad, but I did melt it in the living room, I believe. This next one is Danish Shepherdesses. This is kind of, I believe, the snow cake dupe from Sweet Wagon Scents. I melted the second half of this in my living room, and it was good. It's pretty true on to a snow cake scent, so if you like that kind of thing, I think you would like that one. This is There's No Place Like Home from Super Tarts, and you can see the scent notes there. This was a really nice, sweet blackberry jam scent. On cold, this was kind of nothing special to me, but on warm, it really was nice. It really was a really sweet blackberry with, again, kind of a light, creamy bakery scent. This one was really nice. I just melted 1 cube in my bedroom, so this one is good if you like her blackberry, which a lot of people do, and if you like bakery scents. This is You Are My Sunshine from Blank Label, which is sweet plums and soft cotton. I don't always like plum, but this one is really nice. This is a sweet, just a little bit of a tart plum, and mixed with that cotton, it was such a nice, scent. It's primarily laundry, I would say, but you definitely do get that sweet, kind of deep fruity note. So this one is really nice. I melted half of this scent shot in my bedroom, and I really enjoyed this one. So I'm excited to melt through some more of that sampler that has more laundry scents like that. This one is Cowardly, again from the new Oz collection from Super Tarts. This one was really, really good. This was really unique. Biolage can give me a headache. It can be a little bit overwhelming to me, such as in Kong, which is just pink sugar and biolage. That one is a little too strong for me for the bedroom, which is where I usually melt. That one I definitely need to melt in like a larger space so that it's not so strong. This one was not like that at all. This one you really got the melon, you really got like a creamy vanilla, you got the biolage, but it wasn't overwhelming, it wasn't super dominant, and it wasn't like headache inducing for me. So this one was really nice. I just again melted 1 cube in my bedroom, and this is a really unique scent. So if you like biolage, if you can tolerate it at all, and if you like kind of melons and those other type of things, I think you would really enjoy this one. Next, I have Aunt Nellie's Holiday Treat from VCS. This one was a really nice bakery scent. I think this one had a medium to a medium high throw. It actually did pretty well in the bedroom, and this was just a really creamy Subu bakery scent. I melted this at night one day, and I really wanted kind of more of a straight bakery scent, which I don't have too terribly much of actually, and this one was really nice for a bakery blend. So if you like bakery, you would love that one. Another one from VCS, this is Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy Lemon Blueberry Meringue Pie. I think I melted this towards the beginning of this melt box, so I don't remember this too terribly much either. I do think it was good, but I think that this was another one where it didn't last too long, so maybe like 2 to 3 hours, and then I couldn't smell it all that much anymore is what I'm kind of remembering with this one, but I do remember enjoying it. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about that one. And let me just double check the box. Okay, it looks like this is the last one. So this is Penny from Super Tarts, and this one is Watermelon Lemonade. This one was really strong. It was strongest on the lemonade. It was a lot more of a sweet lemonade than like Mouse Ears is with that super duper tart lemonade. This one was more sweet. I seem to remember that you could get the watermelon, but I don't think it was distinctly watermelon. I enjoy watermelon scents. I know that some people don't. I think it was kind of more like just a little bit of added sweetness to the lemonade is what I kind of remember. It wasn't like watermelon and lemonade. It was mostly lemonade, I think, with like an added little something extra, an extra like fruity sweetness from that watermelon. So again, melted 1 cube of this one in the bedroom, and I seem to remember really enjoying that one. So that is all for this Wax Diaries or for this worm review. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Again, if you have any suggestions for things that you would like to see in the future or how you would like to see this differently in the future, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to leave any questions, comments, suggestions down in the comments, and I will see you very soon in another video. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.